Okay, tell us your names.
Melina.
Melina. Hey everybody. These are my friends. Talon, you might want to sit down so they can see you better. And I'm Judy Reno of His Heart, My Art. And what we do is we teach art to families so that they can just enjoy some fun project together. And right now we're learning on the story of Easter. We're going to be painting rocks here. Talon's really good and Melina's really good. And you know, it's really just to have fun and enjoy the Lord while we're having art lessons. So here we go. And first I'm going to start by putting on some clothing, old clothing. And y'all are okay in those shirts, right? If you get paint on them, we're going to be working with several supplies. We're going to be working with rocks. Now, only an art person like me would buy rocks at the store. You can actually find these outside. Talon's getting a shirt so he won't get his nice cool shirt dirty. You need a shirt? You okay? No. Y'all will be good. So I bought these rocks at Hobby Lobby. You can find them at Walmart. I think I bought 2 different batches. I bet y'all can find good rocks in your yard because y'all have big yards, don't you? Big yards. Mm-hmm. So we're just getting some basic rocks. When you're working with smaller hands, you want to get big rocks and kind of smooth. It's kind of hard to find. But basically just know that you may make mistakes. It doesn't matter. We just turn those mistakes into a different part of the picture. We're just here to have fun and tell a story. So let's start. Now I started with brown rocks. And the pictures I used were, see the picture? That's bread and wine. The pictures I used, I decided to paint the rocks white. If you have black or brown rocks, you might want to paint them white, the background white. The picture will show up a lot better. So I'm going to get you started. Rather than use paint brushes, it's a lot easier if you use these little things. And you can also get those at the stores. Have y'all ever seen one of these before?
Yeah, we have them.
You do? What do you call these?
I just call them sponges.
Sponges. What do you call them?
Sponges.
I don't even know. This says spouncer, but I always call it a dauber. So they're little sponges. And it's easy to draw with. I also use, y'all know what these are?
Yeah.
What are those? Y'all are going to have to clean your ears today. No, I'm teasing. These are Q-tips. Yeah. And we also paint with those. All this stuff just makes it a lot easier. We have a few brushes in case we need them. And then toothpicks. And those, sometimes we can erase the paint and change a line or something with a toothpick if we need to. But let's get started. I'm going to give you a pouncer and you a pouncer or spouncer or whatever. And
what do they call it?
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want to call it.
We have one of these, but it's like different. It's like kind of like a square and kind of like a triangle.
Well, that's cool. Okay, so I've put numbers on these rocks because I kind of hand-picked them beforehand. That is number 1. I'm going to put that over there for your number 1. And then I'm going to let y'all paint one rock, but all of them have been primed and painted. That's 4. And I'm going to tell everybody how they are primed and painted so that they can do this at home with their families. That's 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that goes with 4, and I'll show you why. And I think this is 4, so that goes with 4.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
And this one is, I don't know.
3, there's your 3.
Where's this one?
That is that's a secret. I'll tell you in just a minute. That's a little 4. It goes with the big 4. And
oh, this is a little 4?
That's a little 4.
Yeah, it's kind of
Here it is. Here's a big 4. Now this 4 you're gonna paint.
Yeah, it's 4 too.
I know. How do we do that? So that's 2.
These sponges kind of look like women's dresses.
They do. I don't think I'd wear a sponge dress though. Okay.
Yeah, it's too easy for us.
So I saved one rock for y'all to paint, and this would be yours, and that would be yours. So what I'm using is I bought these styrofoam plates right here, and I'm putting some of Anita's all-purpose acrylic paint. You can get these at Hobby Lobby, Walmart, and also Michael's. You can use any type of acrylic paint, so you can have different spots. And you don't put too much on there, you just lightly dab it, or daub it, or whatever. And then, since y'all have done this before, you can go ahead and get started. Just dab it in there, and then put it on your rock, just like we did all the others. I'm gonna get some water while y'all are doing that, so we can rinse that off.
And use different colors.
Just use white for now.
Okay. So,
Let me check.
this is Judy. Does this?
Y'all are doing good. Perfect. Everybody has a different technique, and I love it. Okay. And then when you're finished, just put that up here with the other ones, and then we'll start painting.
Okay, let's let me dry out. Do I clean this off in the water?
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, now what we're doing is the story of Jesus, the Easter story, because I think that's really important this year. You know, we see a lot of bunny rabbits, and we see a lot of chickens, and we see a lot of eggs, and that's so much fun to do. But really, the story of Easter is much more important. And it's real important to me because it tells me the story that Jesus rose from death. And that really has never happened. He rose from death, and he came back to life. And I just love to celebrate that. So we're going to tell the story with these. And do you know what Palm Sunday is? I remember you at church celebrating Palm Sunday. Do y'all remember this? What'd you do?
We waved the palm.
That's right. So to celebrate Palm Sunday, a week before Easter Sunday, the children would carry palm leaves because it celebrated when Jesus came to Jerusalem. He rode on a donkey, and they were celebrating him. They were cheering him on. It was like a party, you know, like the donkey was excited. He was like a party animal at that time. So we're going to paint a little donkey on a rock to remind us of Palm Sunday. So that's our first example. And this is how I do this, you guys. I'm going to show you a little sketch. I just draw a stick figure, a neck, and a square body. And then I add the shape onto it. Makes it easier. A little funny belly, funny tail, and ears. It's that easy. So I drew one, started there. You might want to draw his ears. And here, you need to do one on your, that's not your first rock. We need rock number 1. Not that one. Rock number 1.
This is not rock number 3.
I guess, no, that would be hard to do it on. Let's try him on, we'll save that one. Let's try it on this one. Draw your little donkey there. And let me get you a pencil.
I already have my donkey.
All right.
It was already on here.
So we're going to use another dauber.
It was already on here.
Oh, I helped you, but you got to draw those ears on there. So what we're going to do with that donkey is we're going to get a little black paint mixed with the white paint.
Oh no, the paint's coming
Just
off.
a little bit of black, y'all, when you're mixing gray.
The paint came off when I was trying to draw.
I think it looks good. That's okay, we'll cover that up. So we're going to mix this white with a little bit of black. Let me put a lot more white in there. And we're going to get a smaller sponge. That's okay. You can stop with the pencil, and we're going to use paint now. So since you've got it all set, we're going to get some gray here.
You're gonna mix gray.
Yeah.
Gray.
There you go. That's yours.
I love making gray.
You like gray?
Uh-huh.
Gray's cool. gray, a little bit of black. And the easiest way to do that, let me just show you here. If you're painting this donkey, you just go like just a little bit for his head, neck, his little body. Get a little more black in there. Kind of use the side and then the legs. And when we outline him, he's going to look even cooler. So that's kind of an example. You can make it look better. Here's yours. This is probably the hardest one. That looks cool. Yeah, color him a little, color his little body. And we're going to put him aside after you finish. So they're celebrating Jesus coming in on a donkey, and we're going to put some palm leaves down there too at the very end. The next rock we're going to paint is the Last Supper. You know what that story was about?
Jesus dying.
Well, he said, we're having this wonderful celebration.
Accidentally.
That's fine. He said, it's cool, we're good. We're having this wonderful celebration, and all of a sudden, a mean guy came, one of his best friends, and what did he do? You know his name, the mean guy, the bad guy?
No.
Do you remember the name Judas?
Oh yeah, he was a bad guy. He was trying to kill Jesus.
He did. He took him to the bad people, and he got money for it. He took him to Pontius Pilate and all of his soldiers. So he betrayed Jesus. So Jesus had a meal with his best friends, including the people that betrayed him. And that's what we call the Last Supper.
Oh, poor Jesus.
I know.
All he wanted to do was show love to the world.
That's right. That's so insightful. He just wanted to show love. So on this rock, I think you've painted everything you need to paint there. We're going to outline it. It's going to look perfect.
But
He's perfect. I think yours is too. So put it to the side. And what we're going to do this one, y'all, can y'all draw on yours and on yours, look, a loaf of bread and a cup. So you just kind of draw a circle. This one's, yeah. This one's going to be kind of hard because it's rocky. The rock is rocky. So I'm going to help you out a little bit. But look what we do. We're going to draw a loaf of bread like this. Look, guys. It's going to look like that. And right next to it, a stick with a U on top. A stick with a U on top. So this little loaf of bread is going to be brown. And then the cup, and I'll rinse these for you. I'll rinse that. Oh, great job. Great job. You already did that. So for this, let's use a Q-tip. Or should we use, no, let's use this. Okay.
I didn't draw so fast.
Did you want to draw it on there? See, you draw a little loaf of bread like that, and then a U with a stick. And it's going to look like this when we're finished.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to draw it because I'm probably just going to mess up.
You're not going to mess it up, but you can do it whatever way you want. See, and you know how we talked about using a toothpick? We can straighten these lines out easily. Look, I'm using a sponge.
Yeah, I'm just going to.
See? Now that paint came off, and that's not your fault, but when we outline it, it's going to be perfect. Outlining is always perfect. Good job. I'll get some more water over here. Okay, and why don't you use this one, and I'll get you a different paint. So for brown, we use red, blue, and yellow, or we have a brown. Red, blue, and yellow make brown. Here, we can mix that brown. with a little white, and that will make it look like bread. And a toothpick works really well if you want to use a Q-tip. Yeah, there you go. There's some light brown. Mix it all up. You want to use that? It might be easier. You choose.
I'll just try.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try that.
You can use both. The tools of the trade. Y'all are doing great.
Some bread. Delicious. I almost want to eat it.
And then I'll get ready for the third one. So
Uh-oh.
the story of the food, he had a party with his friends. He knew it was his last supper. That's looking good. You're doing good. Color the inside of it too. And then the sad part happened. Do y'all know what happened?
Yep.
Good job. Y'all are doing so good and working so quickly, which is really hard to do. And you know what I'd do for the cup on this one? What can we do? We might try one of these. Let's see. Do you need a little
Maybe
scotch?
you could use the other side.
Yeah, but for... I know
Then
there's-
my Band-Aid's waterproof.
Oh, you need some... Here you go. Is that good?
That's good enough to get to put in a nice hand.
This is kind of a bronze. We can do this, like the U,
I'm just trying to cover that.
and that can be your cup, your glass. Perfect. Let me draw your glass. And normally I'd let y'all draw 'em. But I'm gonna let y'all finish these up and paint them. Paint the outlines and tell the story to your mom and dad and brothers and sisters. How many brothers and sisters do y'all have?
I have 9 brothers and 5 sisters.
She has 9 brothers and 5 sisters. How many do you have?
1.
And you know what? You know how they're related? How are y'all related? Aren't y'all cousins?
I'm the aunt, and then
You're the aunt, and he's a nephew. That's it.
I have the 12 brothers, my nieces, and nephews.
Now we're going to put this aside, and now we're going to 1, 2, 3.
Now we need a bad
We'll get a
river.
new plate. That's it. We got a river. So that's why I bring extra plates. So now look, what happened next? You know what happened? You said it earlier.
He died on the cross.
That's right.
By a thorn.
That's right. So we're going to draw a little background. You can put that aside now too. And then we're going to paint just a little sky. It can look like this, or it can look like this.
Look what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. So
Looks
we're
like
going to
a
have
cool day.
We're gonna have blue here. Let me open it. This is a technical way to open things. So my dad's a dentist. My dad's a dentist. Don't tell him I did that. My brother's a dentist. Okay, that would be the background color.
Yay!
The sky color. Do y'all want a blue sky or do you want a red and yellow sky? We can put that aside and you can work on that in a little while. And here's your sky. Let's do a little more white mixed in. Y'all want to use a pouncer or
What shall I use? This one?
Q-tip.
let's see, sky, Mr. Sky. 3, that would be good. Does that work for you? Yeah, let that dry.
That doesn't look like blood at all, but
We're gonna fix it.
It's okay.
Always the answer to everything. Artists think they have to get it perfect the first time, but it takes like 2 or 3 times on the same one, layers of art to make it perfect. So we're letting that dry, and when we outline it, it's gonna be the best looking piece of bread and wine that you've ever seen.
gonna be a fat one.
Oh good, it has plenty to feed her. We'll make it into 2 loaves, side by side, see?
It'll be delicious.
Delicious. Okay, so these are used. I'm putting these to the side,
Q-tip.
and we're doing backgrounds now. So why don't, somebody can use this. Need sky. You want to use that for your sky?
Yeah, sure.
And then I'll get you one. Use this for your sky. And you can do it all over, or you can just do it up a hill like this. Yeah, let's do the hill. So do the sky up above that line there. And I'll get more clean water.
This will be something else. I painted on
I
rocks.
like that.
I painted on rocks before.
Ooh, good one. You have?
Yeah. And while we were going camping.
And you also paint on sticks.
Hey.
We both do. You can tell, huh?
You can't tell for sure until you do it.
Yeah, we have. Well, I have.
Me too. I've done it with Olivia and Sophia. Yeah.
We also painted on sticks before.
I love to paint on different objects that are
But never paint on a trash can.
perfect. Why don't we put paint on a trash can? Okay, let's put that aside.
That's good.
I love it. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to work on the crosses in a minute after this paint dries, and it dries really quickly.
Good.
This is going to be easy. This, y'all know what this is? We're just doing one of these.
Yeah, that's where he got trapped.
That's right. That's where he got trapped. They put him in a tomb, which is a big rock. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know how they found it where it was like empty inside.
I know. Well,
Well, it's a cave.
it,
So,
I
whoa.
don't like a cave.
no, I wouldn't like a cave. I wouldn't want to be in a cave.
Yeah.
No, it'll be scary.
I know.
If I was all alone, I'd start,
That would be your cave.
and I would get a torch.
But if you died on the cross, you wouldn't.
have a torch.
You wouldn't. So let's use these little sticks. And I'm going to dry them off a little bit because that might be a little too wet.
Right.
And then, that one's fine. And what color do you want to do your cave or your, do you want to do it gray or brown
I would like to do it like
or? Okay. So do y'all want to do, let's do gray again because gray is a cool color. Okay. I'm just going to get a little bit of black because black goes a long way. And then we're going to
Look.
use
It looks like fire.
a lot more white.
Whoa. That looks like a torch.
There you go. And moms and grandmas and grandparents and homeschoolers, when you're doing this at home, there are really no mistakes. And we're going to mix this one, do the paint, and I'm going to show you pictures later. I'm going to update it and show you pictures. But we're going to cut out now and just start having fun and painting and finishing up these things while they dry. We're going to outline them with some paint pens. You can also get those. Any of these products that you want to get, just private message me and and send me your email and I'll send them to you in an email. And so we're going to use paint pens. There's all sorts of things you can use. You can use markers if you want. I always try to coat each finished piece with some sort of sealant. The Mod Podge seems to work okay. We're going to probably do that too. But we're going to finish up here. They're doing such a great job. I will update y'all with the incredible finished stories. And it's going to be a great story they can tell their families, because after 3 days, what happened? They put them in this tomb. They put Jesus' body in this tomb. And after 3 days, the stone was rolled away. What we're doing, we're gonna Velcro a stone on top of the tomb so they can peel it off and show you how the stone was rolled away. And then we're gonna have Jesus resurrected, because he was seen days after that, and many people witnessed his return, his life. He talked to many people. It's just an incredible story. The story is about, you might be dead in some areas, you might have died, you might have lost hope, But the truth is, Jesus, you accept him in your heart. He took that death on the cross so that your life can be resurrected. And I just ask all of y'all to just get to know him, create intimacy with the Lord, because it's a life changer. It's everything. But enjoy Easter, enjoy your kiddos, enjoy other people's kids. It's fun. Have fun. God bless. Y'all want to say goodbye?
Good. Bye.